Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Aeon's End. Today we're going to be playing against the Prince of Gluttony versus Phaedraxa. The lore behind the Prince of Gluttony. The past was lost to us in many ways. First, our world was taken, forcing the few that then survived into the black cold of the earth. For eons, generations of survivors. The text they use is hard to read sometimes when I'm trying to hold it to the camera. Eked out meager lives in Gravehold, the breach mages all the while honing their fell craft. For eons, the nameless would lay siege to the city, bringing us ever closer to extinction. But their cruelest stroke was in erasing our very history. The Prince of Gluttons was the fourth of their kind to besiege the city. Even at the time, it seemed too easy to repel his attack and send the prince lumbering back into the bright nothing of the breach. But soon those that survived the attack had forgotten the name of the world that was. Wives stared into the empty eyes of their husbands, and children with no memory of their love for one another. The old ways were lost, the words of the first tribe mere symbols scratched upon scrolls, all of it devoured, obliterated from eternity. The prince feeds on our very histories, leaving behind only fear and doubt. We are a people with no past nor future, trapped only in the fleeting moment before our eyes. Setup, place the top card of each gem supply pile, starting with the most expensive face up in a pile next to his mat. This pile is the devoured pile. So he slowly devours our supply. He has 70 health. Unleash 1 to 2 players, devour 3 cards from the least expensive supply pile. Additional rules: when a card is devoured, place it at the top of the devoured pile, even if the devoured pile is empty. Cards may be gained from the top of the devoured pile as if it were a supply pile. The players may look through the devoured pile at any time. Cards in the devoured pile cannot be devoured. Prince of Gluttons does not start to devour on an empty supply pile. When the Prince of Gluttons would devour a card from the supply pile that is empty, Gravehold suffers 2 damage per card instead. Devour 2 cards from a supply pile with only 1 card. When all supply piles are empty except for the devoured pile, the players lose. So when he devours, I guess how it works is, right, we got a devoured pile here. That's going to be our devoured pile. He's going to devour 3. So like right now, he'd look for our cheapest spell. And do I get to choose a card? The least expensive pile. So like, I guess it starts with gems. So he'd devour 3 gems, and if he tries to devour and it's empty, we take damage per card. So he like takes the last card, but then he needs 2 more for 1 of the 2 players. We'd take 4 damage. Is how that works. That's what it reads like. So interesting, very interesting mechanic. I kind of like it. So then Phaedraxa. Time is a web, like the ones of the howling spinners weave into the deeps. Each strand reaches backward and forward at once. What was, what is, what will be, there is no difference in the web. Silk is silk. Time is time. I spoke the sister words before they were taught to me, before I could walk. But after the world was gone, Brahma says that is because the wraiths of the sisters encircle me beyond the veil. But she understands not. There is no host of sister ghosts guiding my path. There is no chorus or voices within me, only my own. I merely see the web and all trapped in it. I look at the survivors of the city, this beautiful and stark place hidden deep in the shadows, and in the web I behold Gravehold, as it was and as it will be. I peel aside the door of a breach, and in the web a breach widens. Much like an eye struggling against the dark, I am born and I die. The nameless are much the same. Time is a web, no different, no more. Interesting. So she's actually our first character that she gets no first breach. She's only going to have 3 breaches. So very interesting. The rulebook does say that if a character is missing a breach, I don't even. They are a harder character to play. So we'll see. Her starting hand is Tourmaline Shard, 3 crystals, 1 spark. Starting deck is 4 crystals, 1 spark, so she's got very little damage at the start, but that's okay. Her spell is Auspix Rune. Activate immediately after a turn order card is drawn. Prevent any damage that the players or Graveholders would suffer during that turn. So, and then Tourmaline Shard is this. Gain 1 money. Any ally may suffer 1 damage. If they do, they destroy that card in hand. We probably are never going to do that, mainly because, again, we're playing true solo. So she seems to be like more of a support character, unfortunately. So this might be a little rough. We've never played against the Glutton. I did use a randomizer again. So we got Sifter's Pearl, Jade, Searing Ruby as our gems, Flexing Dagger, and Bottled Vortex as our relics. And our spells are Amplified Vision, Spectral Echo, Wildfire Whip, and Consuming Void. So we kind of want to start buying up stuff quickly with her, which might not be that difficult, but we'll find out. Need to set our health, 30 health for the Gravehold. And off to the races we go. Our turn, we are starting. Very good. Gonna prep a spark. We've got 5 money. Going to buy. We need to move up here a little bit. I'm going to buy a probably an Amplify Vision. And then we have 1 more. I need to keep a crystal. Draw 4. Gonna be all crystals. It's gonna be a slow start. His turn. Devour 2 cards from the second most expensive gem supply. Second most expensive would be a 3, so Bottled Vortex. Bottled Vortex. I'm just going to do them in, well, I guess I should have done Sifter's Pearl. Oh, well. I'm going to kind of just do it in order. I don't really know. It doesn't really say if they tie. Any player suffers 2 damage. So I did forget to put out our damage. All right. Our turn. Gonna spark him for 1, putting him at 69. 69. 5. I'm gonna use 4 of that to buy an Amplify Vision. Gonna move over Spectral Echo. And then I need 3 more. Very slow start for this character. His turn. Power 3, Bleed Static. We already know that one. For each prep spell, we're gonna take a damage. Means the next 2 turns are ours. So first turn, we're gonna prep a spark. We've got 4 monies. Going to use them all to buy an Amplify Vision. We're just gonna use Amplify Visions this turn, or this game, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last turn, we're gonna hit him to 68. Prep, Amplify Vision. We're gonna focus, and then prep a spark on our focused breach. Put the turns back in the turn bag. Our turn. Going to spark him for 1, 67, and then amplify vision. Focus your closed breach. Focus your closed breach with the lowest focus cost. Deal 2 damage. If all your breaches are open, deal 1 additional, so just 2, putting to 65. I'm going to focus amplify vision. Prep amplify vision. We have 4 money. Going to use 3 of it to buy a spectral echo. Our turn again. Going to cast amplify vision. Well, I'm actually going to keep. Yeah, I'm going to keep. Ooh, we can't focus, so I guess it just focuses this one. So then 2 damage. 63. Gonna prep and amplify vision. Use 3 money to open our second one. And then prep a spark. Need to draw 5. His turn. Thought Biter. Persistent. Any player suffers 2 damage or devour 2 relics from the least expensive relic supply. Okay. Next turn, us. Gonna spark the Thought Biter for 2. And then amplify vision for 2. Going to prep amplify vision and a spark. I need 4 money. We're gonna buy a sifter for 3 money. We're gonna buy a sifter's pearl. Draw 5. His turn. Suffer 2 damage or destroy 2 relics from the least expensive relic pile. So we'll destroy 2. Oop, I did not mean. Have I been putting cards in here? This is his devour pile. So 1, 2, and then a card. Any player suffers 3 damage or devour 3 spells from any spell supply pile. We'll do it for some consuming void. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if this is the right play, but we don't need to be taking damage. But he also wins if he devours everything. So I don't know how this is going to go, but we're going to find out. And I think the last one is our turn, right? Yep. Last one's our turn. Put these all in the bag. All right, we're going to kill the Thought Biter. We're going to spark him for 1. Going to prep Spectral Echo. Cast, deal 2 damage. You may destroy a card in your hand. That there. Amplify Vision. We need 4 money. We do not have 4 money. Going to buy a Sifter's Pearl for 3. 3, 5. His turn. We are going to take a damage. I was hoping not, but 4 damage, putting us down to 6. Cauterizer. When damage is dealt to this minion, reduce that damage by 1. Persistent. We take damage equal to his health, so we need to get rid of him. Our turn. Going to spectral echo him, which he just takes 1 because everything's reduced to 1. We get to destroy a card in a hand. I'm gonna destroy a spark. No, I'm gonna destroy a crystal. Well, yeah, that wouldn't even have got us. Going to hit him to 2. And then prep an amplify vision and a spark. I have 2 money. We're going to gain a charge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's our money for our last breach. Our turn. Spark him for 1, killing the cauterizer. Hit him for 2, putting him down to 60. I'm going to prep an amplify vision and use these 4 to open our last breach. We've got 1 money. Not going to do anything with that. Our turn. Hit him for +1. Which, have I been doing my +1? I didn't do my +1 last turn, so he does go to 59. So 3, 4, because we have all our breaches open, taking him down to 55. Gonna prep a spark. We have 4 money. Gonna buy another amplify vision. His turn. Seraphage, 7 health, persistent devour cards equal to this minion's life from 1 supply pile. Then this minion suffers 2 damage. Okay. Last turn's ours. Gonna spark him for 2. And prep an amplify vision and a spectral echo. We have 4 money. I'm gonna buy the last amplify vision. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna buy a spectral echo for 1 or 3. I need one of my crystals back. Our turn again. Going to hit him for 4 or 3, putting him to 5, and then destroy a card in our hand. We are going to destroy a spark. Amplify vision. We're going to hit the boss for 4, putting him to 51. I'm going to prep another amplify vision. We have 5 money. I'm going to use 4 of it to buy a searing ruby. Keep crystal. Next turn. His turn, persistent. Power card equal to this minion's life from 1 supply pile. Then this minion suffers 2 damage. So he's going to die, but he gets 2 because he has 2 life left. From 1 supply pile. So we'll do Jade. 1, 2. And then he kills himself off. Card. Mind Guzzler. Immediately set this minion's life to 8 plus the number of empty supply piles, so just 8. Persistent Unleash. So I'm just going to put, just to remind that he has 8. We're going to count down his health instead of up. All right, next turn. Us. We're going to Amplify Vision him for 4. Taking him down to 4. Prep and Amplify Vision. We have 4 money. Gonna buy our last. Well, that'll make it empty. We don't want empty. Apparently, empty is bad. So we will use it to buy a Spectral Echo, keeping a crystal. Next turn, him Unleash. So devour 3 cards from the least expensive supply pile. Devour 3 cards from the least expensive supply pile. So we'll do Jade. So 1, 2, 3. Card. God Feeders. Persistent Gravehold suffers 3 damage. Devour a gem from the most expensive supply pile. We have 2 turns coming up. So first one, going to kill the Mind Guzzler. Going to prep, Amplify Vision, and Spark. We have 3 money, which I'm going to use to buy a Spectral Echo. Next turn, I forgot to draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 2 Spectral Echoes. So Amplify Vision, the God Feeder for 4. And Spark him for 2. Prep, Amplify Vision, and 2 Spectral Echoes. We have 3. It's going to be last. I'm going to use Sifter's Pearl. I really don't care to do its extra effect. If you're wondering why I'm not doing its extra effect, I really don't care to look at my top card right now. Not like looking for anything specific. So I'm going to buy a charge with that. Draw 4. Put the turns back in. Us. Going to Echo and kill the God Feeder. We get to destroy a card in hand. We're going to destroy a crystal. Echo him for 3. Destroy another crystal. Putting him down to 48. Hit him for 4 with Amplify Vision. Putting him down to 44. Prep and Amplify Vision. And we have 3, 4, 5. Can't do anything with that, so we'll just use 4 to buy another Searing Ruby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Us again. Hit him for 4, putting him down to 40. Prep a Spectral Echo and a Amplify Vision. We have 3 money. We're going to use 2 of it to gain a charge, keeping a crystal. Actually, you know what? I have to take damage for that. I'm good on the damage. I'm good on damage. Crystals, trying to get rid of crystals. Our turn for 3, and we destroy a crystal. Taking him down to 37. Amplify Vision for 4, taking him down to 33. Prep and Echo. And then spend 2 crystals to gain a charge. Keeping a crystal. His turn. Power 1, the Gravehold suffers 18 damage. The player must collectively discard up to 6 gems. That's not good. I'm gonna discard 2 crystals. Well, it's when it's his turn, isn't it? Which it is. So I'm gonna discard 2 crystals, reducing it by 6, so 12. Taking him down to 18, right? Yeah, 18. Venomite, we've seen before. An old familiar friend. Our turn. Spectral Echo. For 3 on the Venomite. Destroy a card. I'll destroy a Spark. Prep an Amplify Vision and a Spectral Echo. Oh, gotta put the turns back in the bag. That would help. His turn. So 2 damage or discard a prep spell. I'm going to take the damage. Card, Jagged One, Persistent, Unleash twice, 14 health. That's not good. Our turn. We might just need to rush the boss down. I'm gonna amplify him. This might be a mistake, but take him down to 29. We're gonna Spectral Echo Venomite for 3, putting him at 6. And Prep and Amplify Vision. We have 6. We have enough to. I'm gonna buy for 2 Searing Rubies to buy a Wildfire Whip. 3 Prep. Our last charge. Keep the Tourmaline Shard. Our turn. Going to kill off Venomite. Prep an Amplify Vision and a Spectral Echo. We have 3. So I'm going to buy a Sifter's Pearl. Or our turn again. Gonna hit him for 4 plus 3, 7, putting him to 22. Prep Amplify Vision and a Spectral Echo. We have 4 money. Going to buy 2 flexing daggers. His turn, we're going to use our charge here to prevent any Gravehold damage and damage to us. So unleash twice, so 6 cards from the least expensive. So 1. So 1 damage, and we take 0 damage from that. Discard 7, power 1. The player with the most charges suffers 4 damage. We have to discard 7 money. Last turn's us. They have 6 money. Anyway, so we're going to hit him for 3 plus 4, so another 7. Taking him down to 15. Going to prep a Wildfire Whip. While prepped, during your main phase, you may spend 2 money to cast any player's prep spell. Deal 4 damage, and Spectral Echo, we have... I'm going to keep 2 Searing Rubies and a Sifter's Pearl, because we do need something. We have it. Okay, so we have 7. Going to discard... I think it has to be on his turn. I don't know. We'll see. It's our turn anyway. We're going to hit him for... So, while prepped, during your main phase, you may spend... Oh, I could have... Okay. So I'm going to hit him with the wildfire effect. So while prepped during your main phase, you may spend 2 money. Oh, I have to spend 2 money. Never mind. So 5 plus 3 is 8. We're at 15, right? So 7. Yep. So 7 health. We're going to get rid of... Discard all of these to get rid of Doom Aegis. Prep and Amplify Vision. Draw up to 5. His turn, so unleash twice. So 1, 5 more. So 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Putting us at 10 health, or 8 health, sorry. Vile Feast, spend 8. Gravehold suffers 2 damage for each empty pile. That was close. We almost lost there. Oh, we still could lose. Our turn hit directly for 4. Putting him down to 3. Oof. We're going to prep Amplify Vision and Spectral Echo. We could lose here. We could lose here, depending on what we draw. The odds are good. The odds are good. If we draw a red, we just lose, because we're going to discard too many cards. Jagged One's going to make us lose. Yeah, we'll take 4 damage from that. Jagged One's going to take some, 5 of these? So yeah, we'll lose. Or 5 of these. 5 of these, yeah, we... And it's yellow. We're 1 turn away. We're going to Spectral Echo him. Amplify Vision him for overkill. And We beat Prince of Gluttony, and that is the last boss in the core set. Thanks everybody for watching. This was a close one. We were one turn away from losing. I want to thank everybody. Thanks for watching.